Hi, crafters, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 174. Sorry, I'm just putting a few things away. I'm on a little late this morning, only because I thought I was going to only have one extra example for you, but then a thought came to me this morning, so I have two that are similar to show you after this, but forgive me, it's been a long week. Lots of problems trying to get my medicine from my specialty pharmacy. So anyway, spent 4 hours throughout the week on the phone with this specialty pharmacy company. And I'm not going to mention them, but I don't like them. I like Decreto so much better. Anyway, let's go ahead. This was our layout we were going to do. I have been doing some splattering for another card, so I'm going to use this even though I have little dots all over it. So we're going to do a little bit of a background. So I'm going to take, I'm out of my masking paper, so I'm just going to take some Gina K strips I have, and we're going to line this up and put our strips down so that we can make a few stripes. So I have this kind of lined up with that line there. Let me go ahead and line this up here. So we're going to have, where this is, we're going to have a few strips. So I think I'm going to do maybe 3 more. All right. Sorry for all that dead air there. So let's see. One more. Because I want the stripes to kind of go underneath this. So let's do one more. See how that looks. All right. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to have this over here. So I want one little stripe to go down the middle there. So let me figure right there. And right there. All right. Okay. And I'm going to use Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to use a smaller brush. I don't know what I have on this brush. All right, I had some green on there, so kind of similar color, but not quite. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use Lost Lagoon. I'm going to get some here, take some off there, and go just kind of down that stripe area. Now, a lot of it's going to get covered up. Oops, be careful, Roxy. Darn it. Let me go here. A lot of it's going to get covered up. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing pretty much near the top and the bottom. But I do want to carry that down because there will be little spaces peeking through. All right, so let me go down here to the bottom. And just a little there in the middle. In the middle doesn't matter if it's smooth or not, because like I said, most of that's going to be covered up. But let's go ahead and make sure that we have some down there. All right. So let's go ahead and peel that. I did go just a little bit over, but I'm okay with that. You know, let me get this. And then, oh wait, I want to go up and down here just lightly. Went over a little bit there too. Probably should have used like a detail brush or a really small brush. I just grabbed what was closest to me. All right. Oh, and let's go ahead. Let me grab that brush back. Let's lighten this up a little bit because that's very white. So let's go around the edges on that just to make this a little bit darker too. This is from my ephemera pack. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's put these together. Excuse me. I need to look at the window. Like I said, I was only going to do one card. I did one card yesterday morning. And then I got involved in stuff. So I thought I was only going to have one extra example to show you. But then this morning I thought of another idea. But like I said, unfortunately, it means that my two extra cards are a little bit similar. I usually like to give you very different layouts, but it's a little bit similar. Should be using this. All right, so there you have that. And let's go ahead and lay these down. All right, so we're pretty much going to start with the top. And I think I'm going to do it oh shoot, which way was that? Yep, there it is. All right. Let's go like that. So put that piece there, put that piece there. This is the little matching point, see that? So we're just going to put a little space in between there. A little space in between there. A lot of open air time, sorry. Just thinking here. All right. So there's that scene. Oh, I really got that quite messed up, didn't I? Let's go ahead and pop this up. Grab out a couple dimensionals. So this is a smaller one. I'm okay with not having it in all four corners. Yeah, no, I need to have something in that corner. Go underneath there. There we go. All right, and then I have a few of those that I colored earlier in the week. This one might have had the sticky fall off it. Nope, it's still on it. All right, so how does that look? like I said, I should have done a better job at masking. And maybe I would have gotten one more stripe over. Maybe I should have done the stripes all the way over. But that's just adding a little flair. And now that I look at it, I should have done another stripe there. But that's just a way to use your masking tape to create a background so that you don't have all that bulk. All right, let me show you. This is what I had drawn out. So I was going to do a layout like that, and I started on that this morning, but the letters I was using didn't work as great as I wanted it to, so I had to do them diagonal. So here's that for Valentine's Day. That's that designer series paper and the in colors. These are the alphabets from Mini Alphabet Die and the Alphabet a la mode, which I think is on last chance if it's not already gone. So, and this does need a few little embellishments. I just didn't get to that this morning because, like I said, I was running very behind. There's that one. There's that one. These aren't the best embellishments. I might go back and replace some at some point. But you know me, like having an embellishment on there. All right. So now, then here's the other one. This is the one I did yesterday morning with a splatter background. Those are some Gina K stamps. And of course, they had to go diagonal because they were a little bit bigger than the squares. That's what happened with these letters too. So, similar layout. Here I have that over here. Here I have these down below. But originally I was going to do one that had this layout. But like I said, when I went to do the letters this morning, they hung over the edge. So that's why I turned those diagonally too. So sorry that these are a little bit similar, but it gives you some ideas of layouts. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great Friday. Take it easy out there. Be safe. Have a good Super Bowl weekend, and we'll see you next Wednesday. I'm going to be recording that early because I will be out of town on Wednesday. So I'll be pre-recording that, but I should have one on Wednesday for you. Just try to get it done this weekend. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.